Howdy folks, welcome back to Run 8. We're going to see if we can finally get this LOP-53 done. I had to end a little early last stream, so I didn't quite get it done. In between, I've backed up and dropped off the cars that we picked up at the end of last stream. So we're back down here at Paramount. Dropped those cars off, and we're ready to head out over towards Dennis. We need to head out to about mile marker 406. So we got a little ways to go, 20 some miles. So we'll be doing a little bit of mainline running. And let's see, we are loaded. I need to get the auto going. I'm gonna have him dispatching, and then how are we looking on the board here? We are, yeah, we've got a train there. So I need to head out to, is it between? Yeah, it's between Oban and, so I think it's double right click. Yeah, there we go. So that's where I want to go. Nope, that's not where I want to go. That's where I want to go. So let's tone him up. But I don't think he's going to give us the go signal because we have a manual switch up there. He's probably just going to say, no, can't help you. Yeah. So we're going to have to get out on the main on our own, I guess. We'll see how it goes. Let's get moving and get that other train. The other train is... He's not even to Mojave Yard yet, so... Should be all right. Headlights on bright. And march on out of here. Oh, I have no sound. That's a problem. And let's hope this doesn't crash my computer. I'm having some NVIDIA issues lately. All I need to do is go to... I forgot I upgraded my drivers, so... Just got to go over here real quick to stereo mix. Tell it to send it over to the streaming PC. There we go. Now you all got sound. I could hear, but you guys couldn't hear. That's no good. So I missed blowing for that crossing, but that's okay. We had our bell on, so it's all good. Yeah, I bet it was hot out there, X-Ray. Kind of known for that. Venus level hot. That's probably a good way to describe it. All right, that guy has started coming through. Let me get my info up here. A little bit of a downgrade. And yeah, he is good. So I'm gonna bop down here. I already had a save point set up, and we're just gonna take the main. You can see it's gone pink now. It's occupied. There's a switch thrown against it, basically. Now I do have that second engine isolated again, but even with just the one engine, we're at like 2.9 horsepower per ton. So we've got plenty of power. What's up, Bob? Okay, mainline, here we come. We're limited to 15, so we gotta keep it under 15. And then I want my counter to go, which is that button. Yeah, there we go. Then we'll know when we're out on the on the main. Oh, we got a little bit of a hill to climb here, so we'll get back in the amps. Kind of a roller coaster out through there. The link was 827. There we go. So we are through the switch. I'm going to bop back over here and close that up behind us. And we're good to go. Let's ramp up the speed. Still hot wind at 9 o'clock. Yeah. Hey, Tomcat. Howdy, howdy. You're just tuning in. This is a continuation of the LOP-53 job that we're trying to get done. And we got 20-some miles to go on the main out to our last pair of setouts. I bring up the switch list. We've got some setouts and pickups out at Stock Building Store and USA Services.
BNSF detector milepost 813.0.
Say what now? The downgrade really helped us get up to speed. I got those cars. Yeah, okay. I saw trailers over there. That's what I was seeing. Oh, shoot. I forgot to look and see what mile marker that was. 3 something. We'll catch the next one. I get quite a bit of downgrade here, so we're going to start coming out of the notches before our speed gets completely out of control. It says over speed 55, but the speed limit is 55. We're going 50. So I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, I'm doing a little driving tonight. Then we're going to do some more switching.
BNSF detector milepost 813.0. No defect. Repeat, no defect. Total axle 260. Train speed 60 mph. Ambient temperature.
That's not us.
0 degrees. Out.
There's another mile marker that I forgot to look at. We're out here somewhere. 5. Let's come out of that. Let's bop back to the back of the train as we fly through here. Where? There it is. Okay, we're at 385. We're going out to 406. So yeah, we got about 20 miles. Get some dynamics going. We gotta get slowed down. We got a flashing yellow. Usually means reduce to 30, I think. Get some air on too. Yeah, approach medium. Not exceeding 40 for BNSF. Had to look at my cheat sheet. Yeah, I don't do much driving. I find it kind of boring. It's not really my thing, but we got to do some driving tonight. Back out of that. Let me keep my signal sheet up here. Yeah, that's a regular approach. All right. That's kind of what I was expecting. So, must have somebody ahead of us. We have somebody ahead of us. See anybody out there? I don't know why we have the approach. Supposed to keep it at 40 though. So we'll keep an eye on the speed. See, I mostly like doing locals and switching. That's my jam. Every once in a while, I'll get out on the main line. $387.
UP detector milepost 387.
That's us.
Ambient temperature 89 degrees.
60 axles. We got a stop signal up there, which seems odd. The grade is evened out, so let's come out of our dynamics. I don't know this line at all, so we're going to be all over the place with our speed. Yeah, we're still showing a stop signal up there. Yeah, D. Yeah, we're coming out to Ansel. We're going out to here. There's nobody ahead of us. Oh, I didn't call. Right. That's why. I forgot. I didn't call auto after we got out here. Derp. He doesn't know we're here. Dummy. Can't dispatch us if you don't check in. I was just happily flying down the main line. Never checking in with the dispatcher. What a noob. There we go. Now we got a green. Proceed on signal indication. Roger that. Yeah, I know, Bob. I know. I'm a terrible engineer. It all makes sense now. This is why I stay in the yards. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, Bernie, I couldn't get Otto to let me out on the main, so I had to wait till I was out on the main, and then once I was out on the main, I completely forgot to check in with him. Oops. All right, we got the hammer down. Green lights ahead. Should be green all the way because we got nobody ahead of us. Gotta watch these grades though. Speed will get out of control in a hurry. At least in the modern locos, you've got this accelerometer that kind of tells you where you're going to be in the next minute. At your current rate and power setting. You like the 45-2s? I've driven those a little bit out on the Trona. They use the SD45s. I do like the older styles, older like Jeeps and Stuff like that. I just like those old school control stands. These are kind of nice though. They've got stuff. Yeah, I'm still here, alerter. It's all good. Got big grade. Big grade! Let's go and get a initial set on the air. The dynamic setup. Had almost 1% down there for a little bit. Now I think we're good. We'll stand by on the dynamics though. See brakes start coming off. Which reminds me, I didn't do a brake test. Oops. Alright, we got more greens. The I think those are intermediate signals. Maybe? No, I guess they are the half-mile ones. Yeah, you got to see the Trona stuff, X-Ray. I think maybe you mentioned that when I was doing the Trona Railroad, and somebody was in chat anyway. Said they had been out there in that area in real life. Looks really desolate. Yeah, we got some big old downgrade. Now it's really unhappy with me. The overspeed went to red. We're starting leaning into the dynamics. That's the problem without knowing the line, is you get caught by surprise. We didn't overspeed too bad though. Happy Harper's Gaming, welcome. Hey Shep. You're just looking at a run 8 this morning? I just bought a bunch of DLC for this today. Bunch of I got the Bakersfield sub and then a bunch of skin packs. A couple loco packs, some car stuff that I didn't have. I love Run 8, but man, their store is atrocious. You have to buy one thing at a time, and then you have to like copy and paste the download link, and it's pretty bad. But I do love Run 8 itself. I want to go and get some air on because we have a lot of grade. 1.2 down. Let's let the air help us out some. I need to stay back in the dynamics a little. I came off them a little too abruptly. Brakes are working good, so we've got that. We got a green light. Wow, look at that. That looks like it's going right back up. We're at 393, so we got, what's that? 13 miles or so to go. All right, let's get back under 55. Or at least down to 55. It's a heck of a grade out here. Get some more air on the train. Then we got to pull up this next big hill just as soon as we get slowed back down to 55. And happy Harpers, don't worry about missing streams. They're totally random. Like I'm a busy guy and I just kind of randomly stream when I have a chance. So don't worry about it. Glad you can make it. All right, out of the dynamics, off the air. Hope I timed that somewhat right, because we got a little bit of a climb, looks like. At least we're leveling off a lot. Oh, I thought I turned the bell off. There we go. We'll see if I timed that right. I might have timed that wrong. Probably going to overspeed again. Yeah, I was using a little bit of both, Marmat. Favorite railroading game and route? I mean, I don't know that I have a favorite. I've always been partial to the Burlington Northern. Back when I was a kid and did model railroading, I just loved the green and white paint scheme, the classic BN. But I don't really have a favorite necessarily. And I like all the local stuff. Again, not really any favorite there. Alright, we're going to get back in some amps. We're starting to climb. Or at least we're off the downhill. $3.95. Around 10 miles to go. We're headed out to... I got to get back over to my page here. Which one comes first? We'll pass by USA Services. We got Stock Building Supply, about a mile. They're about a mile apart from the looks of it. And I don't remember how this is set up. So SBS is on the front. Oh, so we'll need to do USA first. All right, that makes sense. Got it. Like we got another defect detector here.
UP detector milepost 396.1.
A little too many amps there. We'll see how she likes notch 4 here. We're setting, looks like we're setting into some downhill again, so let's just back all the way out. More green coming.
Detector milepost 396.1. No defects. No defects. Total axle.
Sweet.
0. Train speed 54 mph. Ambient temperature 90.
Not hit the slack too hard. We've got a short train, so my poor train handling ability is not hurting us too bad. I need to go explore the Bakersfield sub now that I got that built. One reason I don't like mainline running so much is out here in SoCal, it's just a lot of this. Brown desert, straight as a rail. The Fitz is interesting. I've ran that a few times. At least it's got some hills in it. Some curves. Conrail's your railroad, Bernie? Yeah, playing the multiplayer is great in Run 8. I haven't done it, but I like watching the videos where people are playing realistically and helping each other out, doing the different roles. It's pretty cool. That's right, Charles. Choo choo. I will say for 3 horsepower per ton, she's pulling hard. I don't know why. Maybe it's because this engine back there is isolated. It's just being dead weight. I've got the second engine isolated. We're not using it. It started, but it's in isolation mode. All right, we got more green, and we got a sighting coming up. That's probably going to be... Is that Ansel, or did we already pass Ansel? No, we already passed Ansel. It's going to be Oban. Mile marker 399, something like that. Catch the name here as it comes by. Yep. Oban? I'm not sure how you say that. I'm following along on a map here. They've got some great maps over at thedepotserver.com. Got excellent resources over there. I've been following along on a map so I can tell where I'm going. So out about 405, 406, somewhere in there is our first stop. So we're getting there. Kick the webcam. I've got a nice track diagram here that I'm following along on. 'Cause I've never been out here before that I can recall. $400. All right, we got 5 or 6 miles to go. And we're going to be at our destination. Who do we have behind us? We got... Oh, he's going the other way. We got nobody behind us. Nobody really ahead of us to speak of. Sweet! We can just do our job, not have to worry about it. Those aren't mountains, those are waves. I haven't seen Interstellar, but I'm aware of like all the memes and stuff from it. There's some big mountains. She's nice and flat. I wonder if that's where we're going. Can we see that far ahead? Hey, Spud Gun. Did I miss you back there? I get to concentrating on driving trains and sometimes miss stuff. Like grade crossings. I think that might be where we're going, up in here where those buildings and stuff are. USA Services, whatever that is. I didn't look it up the industries to see. Don't know anything about it other than that there's a sighting out here. We got to drop some cars off. We got to do some pickups as well. Yeah, we're out east of Mojave, Charles. Yeah, I'm thinking that's us because that's 402. That's going to be about where we're dropping off. It's like we're heading into a little bit of a grade. Oops, not much, 0.13. Start dropping a little bit of speed.
UP detector milepost.
That's a big old water tower.
2.1 ambient
It's a
temperature
big one.
90 degrees.
I can see some sightings and stuff up there. Just past the 402.1 detector. About 3 more miles. It doesn't look that far, but it's about 3 miles. So if we look at, is it this one? This one? Yeah. It's 90 degrees outside. But the weather data is simulated from August, so it's not up to date. Oh, I missed another grade crossing. Missed the whistle post. Do a little abbreviated one. Yeah, I think we need to take this siding out here. But he doesn't control that siding, right? Yeah, he doesn't control that siding. So we're going to have to come to a stop up here and do our own thing. I think there might be cars on that spur. So yeah, we need to take the siding up here. So from what I understand, they take like weather data and then extrapolate. So it's not going to exactly match. But it'll be in the ballpark. Get initial reduction going. Yeah, we need to take that siding, and I can see the cars up there we're picking up. So we'll pull onto the siding and do our thing. Keep the train stretched out a little bit. Only you can prevent wildfires. That's right, Smokey. Alrighty. Let's bring it to a stop here. How long is the turnaround queue, Red? It depends on how the industry is configured. Usually it's like 24 hours, 48 hours, but it depends on the industry. Why is this thing, like, it doesn't want to go and it doesn't want to stop, and it's a tiny little train. I think I just overran the switch. I think having the second loco in isolation was a mistake. I think it's being too much dead weight. So let's bring it out of isolation and we'll actually use it. Now I gotta back up. Hold on to your butts. Yeah, thanks, Otto. We'll be in touch. That's enough, Bell. Seven road intersection? See, look at this tiny little train, and it's just being a pig. I'm not sure why. But I have a feeling it's because I had that engine in isolation. It was just kind of being dead weight. Nope, stay bailed off. There you go. Get some air back on the train. Too much, though. I don't want you to stop. Now you want to stop. More cowbell. Auto is only online if you turn him on. And I turned him on at the beginning, so. Auto, the automatic dispatcher. You can just click this button. Engage auto all routes. Or you can go into each individual sub and turn him on or off. Up here. So you have basically full control over what you want him to do. Alright, we are off the main. So he can do his thing and we'll do our thing. I don't know how much room we have up here. We might need the main for switching. Let's see how much of a lead we have. So I'm pretty sure. How many cars? We have just 4 covered hoppers. So we need to pull the pickups out and then set these 4 back in there. We got this much train ahead of it, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I've not been here before, so we have to figure it out. Let's go back to this view. Oh, we got quite an upgrade here, almost 0.5%. That's why we slow down so much. Oh, I didn't miss you, but you missed the start of the stream. I got you, Spud Gun. Well, welcome. See if we can finally get this LOP-53 done. It's a big local. A lot going on. So I saw that sign there was 405. So this one's at 405. The next one's just about a mile down the way there. And they don't have a siding. They're just directly off the main line. So we'll be using this siding to run around the train when we head back. Okay. There we go. There's our pickups. How do you reset the... You reset the zoom from the keyboard. I know you can middle mouse click. Not sure how you reset the zoom. Huh. Run a little bit of a grade here, so it always makes switching interesting. And we're going to have to block this road as well. Seen any traffic out here, but we'll blow for the crossing anyway. I was going to hit my counter as I came by there, and I completely forgot. I think we're going to fit. We'll cheat and just pop back here. Too much air on that uphill. Pull! Pull, train, pull! No, they spool up too slow. Didn't catch it. So we have to come off the air. Go ahead and set this save slot up in case I have to come back here. You can't like speed the passage of time, but you can set the time here to whatever you want. If that makes sense. Like if I wanted it to be nighttime, I could just roll this hour forward. Doop. Hey, now it's 1:21. Oh, hey. Pay attention to your train there, dummy. I blame chat. Okay. Stop. Who's driving this train? So you can't change the rate at which time progresses, but you can change the time and the date. I hope that makes sense. So we've got a 0.7% grade, and we're trying to do some switching here, and it's not working out great. We do have enough room ahead of us, so that's good. At least until we pick up these cars. No, you don't. It's if you're talking about industry processing, it goes off the game time, so you can just roll it forward a day. But it does take a little bit of time just for it to process because it's got a huge railroad to process everything on. So it's not going to be instant, but you can just roll it forward and wait like a minute or two sometimes. Then you're good to go. If you're talking about industry processing. Brittany, I left my dish lights off just to piss you off. Right there, that ought to do. Let's just make sure we are... That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 more down there? No, that's these 5. So 3621. Where's 3621? That's a great color you got there. You're not 3621. Tell you what, let me do it this way. Is it one of these cars? Oh, it's gonna. Okay, this is 5. It looked like it was like 2 cars looking at it head on like that. 3621. There you are. Yep, that's where we're getting. All right, we're good. So you can get closed. Yeah, it's all good, Bernie. I'm just having fun. You can't actually turn on the ditch lights separately, if that makes sense. On these engines. They come on with your high beams. And then on some of them, they alternate flash when you blow the horn. I don't know if they do on this particular engine that I have. That's how they work in-game. Alright, getting some air flowing in these bad boys, even though they are empty. We need to get the brakes to release. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that to release all the hand brakes. Let the slack roll out. You don't have any kind of a set on you, so that is good. And we'll go ahead and open that all the way up. Then we're just sitting here hanging off of the independent brakes on the loco. So if I bebop back up here. So I turned these off because that's your high beams. Yeah, this particular engine doesn't wig-wag. I think some of them do. Yeah, since we're off the main, I took it off high beam, so that's why they're off. Alright, back down to this end of the train. We gotta go get these other 5 cars here. And we're on a lot of a grade, so let's go ahead and let's do an initial set. I really wish you could see the brake shoes moving. That's something that's cool in Railroader. You can actually see the brake shoes moving, so you can manually inspect them. Here you have to click the cars and see what's going on. The reservoirs aren't full enough yet. We should have some brakes up here on these guys. Or not. Do we need to do a brake test? We get 1 notch just so the compressor can go to full RPM. Yeah, we got almost 90 on the back, but the reservoirs are still filling up. Is that why this was so doggy? Did I forget to I didn't check the brakes, but it usually when it spawns everything in, it's all set up. Now I'm starting to wonder if part of this original train isn't laced up right. Certainly looks like it is. We can set our... Yeah, that's just for air hoses, so... Should definitely have all the air hoses hooked up. Okay, that reservoir is good. These are slowly filling up. We should get a good set on the front of the train at least. Yeah, okay, cool. That is working as expected. So we'll have that on the, at least the original part of the train, minus these 5 cars here we just picked up. Because we're on to nearly a 1% grade, so I don't want to get the train out of control as we release the locomotive brakes here. So we're going to start rolling off of the independent. Oh, you're all getting all caught up, Spud Gun? Yeah, but I mean, for as far as Run 8 price, I think for $50, you get a lot. You get like over 200 miles of main line and a ton of railroading you can do. And you get all the you have all the equipment, right? None of that's gate kept by price. Now you might not have the skins, the paint jobs you want, but all the equipment's there. It all works the same. It all sounds the same. That kind of thing. Okay, I thought we might roll backwards if I just took the independent brake off, but that's not the case. So let's go ahead and convince it a little bit. See if we can just get her moving a little bit. There we go. We're going to let gravity do most of the work. Of course, I'm not a real railroader, so I don't know how they would do this in real life. I'm just doing the best I can with what I know. Hey, look at got a guy in his forklift over there. Oh, look, it's a zombie. He looks like a zombie. What's he picking up? Oh, he's picking up some signals with his forklift. Some signal heads. All right, let's go ahead and drop off. Go get a little more air on the train. And hopefully it'll gently roll back here and couple. It'll probably stop about here, and I'll have to redo the whole thing. Let's give her a little nudge with the engines. Okay, a little more than a nudge. I really don't like using these big road locos for these locals because they respond so slow to throttle. It takes them a long time to spool up. Okay, I'm going to hit F7 to call air hoses up. And then I'm going to do temporary, and then we're going to go to back of the train. Say, close that up. All these guys should be open. If I go back up to here, open that partial, we'll keep an eye on the flow rate here. I want your cubic feet per minute to be down well below 100. I usually wait till it's like 70 or so before you open this all the way, or you risk the chance of tripping the emergency. It thinks you broke an air hose because there's so much air rushing through the brake pipe. We're good now. Open that all the way up. No, we don't want to re-rail the car. We haven't derailed it yet. I did pick a switch backing into when I was dropping off those cars between streams. But it didn't save the derail. Like I had to save and quit, and then I came back, and then it was re-railed automatically. So that was a little sad. I was going to show you all the re-rail mechanic. But you do occasionally just randomly pick a switch. It doesn't happen very often. But it can indeed happen. All right, I'm going to hit a key to release all the handbrakes. That slack's going to run out here on these new cars. And how are we looking on the air? We've got 78 pounds in the brake pipe, and the reservoirs are filling up. So I think we have enough air in the rest of the train. We can go ahead and pull forward. So we need to get this on the siding, and then we're going to run around it. Oh, sorry, we're going to get this on the siding, and then we can go drop off and pick up the other industry, and then come back down here and run around it. And then we'll be ready to head back, and we'll be done once we get back to Mojave Yard. All right, full speed ahead. First or forward. Toot on the horn. Let's build some amps up. Release the train brake. And we're going to start rolling off the independent brake. And we got forward movement. That is good. Everybody know we're coming through. So just about a mile down the road, we've got another industry. Curious about this track layout. So we've got this siding, and then that's Amtrak, I think. This is Amtrak over here. Yeah, okay. We got to pull up past that. Yeah, we're still on that grade. Flip my headlight back to bright because we're going to be getting out on the main here shortly. That's not the right switch. No! Need to throw this switch. Hopefully we don't make Otto mad. So I need to, I almost forgot, we got to do the setouts here still. So I got to pull these up, stick them back on the siding, stick the setouts up there. Stalled her out. It's alright, as soon as it builds up some amps, it's going to start moving again. Yeah, Bill, I've done plenty of switching in Mojave Yard. Usually I'm doing it with faster responding machines, though. These ST70s and ES44s don't respond to throttle input very quickly. It makes switching a real challenge. Give me a couple Jeeps any day. We're doing switching. Mojave is fun, too, even pulling mainline trains through there. I've broken knuckles before. Alright, I'm just going to let it coast and roll back. And turn the car tags on. So we've got some hoppers to drop off here. So we're putting the set outs over here, and then we're going to set out the deliveries. Go and get the initial reduction on the train. Help keep our speed under control. About 10 cars we picked up, if I remember right. So about there, yeah, there's our USA drop-off. Gotta love all the little noises it makes. Yeah, so these MJ USA, Mojave Yard for delivery to USA. What that tag means. Those are set outs. Yeah, I don't have that sub, but I've heard stories about Roseville. All right, we'll let her ease to a stop. I'm going to start throwing on handbrakes. So hopefully we'll get some slack in the coupler. And we can actually pull the pin. want to be naughty and bottle the air. Can I be sneaky and leave the set on these brakes? We're gonna need it rolling back into the siding. We'll just brute force it. Hey Zerg. Yeah, it's going all right. I'm a little rusty, especially with the road stuff, but we're making do. We had about a 20 mile, 23 mile, something like that jaunt up here to where we're at now. Making some set outs. We have one more industry to work for this LOP-53 local that we've been working on for 4 streams now. And then we'll be done. Once we get back to Mojave Yard and tie everything down. We do, I need to remember I've got some pickups at Paramount to grab to haul back to the yard. Now, these were split up in groups of 5. Oops, I always hit space to try to fly and it doesn't work. So I'm guessing it's just the covered hoppers, right? Yeah, just the covered hoppers go back here. So there's 2, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5 here. And they can go anywhere in front of those trucks. Got it. That's why I left those brakes on. Nearly a 1% grade here as we drop these cars off. It's a little steep. Go back down here by Bubba, who's lifting up some signal heads. Pretty sure he's a zombie. All right, everything is on the industry, so we'll let her roll to a stop. And again, I'm going to start throwing some handbrakes on to hopefully get some coupler slack so we can pull the pin. Yeah, she's a little steep. All right, we need to close and pull the pin. And then forward once again. Off we go. Dun, da, da. All right, let's hop back in the cab. So in theory now, we only have... Yeah, we should only have SBS stuff, which is the next industry up the line here. The final industry. And I left that switch lined up. That's why this is pink here, but we got nobody... Well, actually, he's getting... He hasn't even come through Palmdale yet, so we're fine. We will have to worry about traffic here eventually. Got places to be. Something like that. So we just need to run down, it's about a mile down here. This next industry just has a couple of sidings off the main line. We got some, same thing there. We got some pickups, some set outs to do. Bringing up the old switch list. Got 2 pickups, and then we're dropping off these, is it 7 cars? So we should, in theory, have 7 cars behind us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Excellent. Wait, I thought I bought that pack. FMC. Thought I bought that skin pack today. Specifically so you guys weren't Run 8 Western anymore. I have to look into that. Maybe I forgot to install it. I did buy quite a few skin packs in a route today. I might have forgotten that one. All right, on down the road we go. If I do that, and then I tone... Will he give me mainline authority? Authority granted. Sweet. Alright, so we have ownership of this block now. We can do our thing. He won't route trains into us. So that's good. Yeah, Zerg, when I first started playing Railroader, I'm like, this is a lot like the Steam version of Run 8. There's a lot of similarities. Of course, the scale on this is far, far larger. It's mainline North American railroading versus a little short line. But all the little, like, usability things, they borrowed a lot of that from Run 8 for Railroader, just to make it easier to play. Alright, there's our 2 cars. Those look like center beam. Those center beam flats? And we're dropping off boxcars. Okay. Whatever. How's our grade looking up here? We're still heading up grade, it looks like. Let's take a quick peek. So, if we do this, those won't fit there. So we'll have to grab. We'll have to grab and then set out, just like we normally do. Just like the last industry. Hey, Kraken Gamer. Hope I said that right. Welcome. I've got quite a bit of Run 8 content on the channel. If you want to check that out later. I've got some videos and then quite a few live streams as well. All on playlists. Very steep learning curve, but if you want a railroad simulator, this is pretty much where it's at. It's in a class all of its own. Oh, let's get lined up. There we go. Yeah, we just need to come past there and back on in. This train feels heavy because we're on almost a 1% grade. Oh, we are 1.05%. Start slowing down just a bit. I'm going to trip my counter as we come past here. Right about there. Then we'll know when the end of the train is passed. We are, how long? 5:34. Good to know. Okay, almost there. Perfect. So come to a stop. We'll put on the independent brake. Set and centered. This must be a whole other siding just for the Amtrak down there. You can see it's got the concrete ties. For high speed, I guess. Do. So we'll go grab these cars, and then we'll start setting boxcars back in there. And I must have messed up the counter because we're not quite off of there. That's okay. We'll pull forward a bit. Come off the independent here. Let those big prime movers spool up. Come on, fellas. There you go. Beautiful. No, a little more. Oh, we lost the amps. No! Oh, I'd rather be switching with Jeeps. Just slam the crap out of these boxcars. What's in them anyway? We're shipping pillows, right? Can you do passenger ops? There are passenger trains and passenger stations, but I don't know what's simulated. I don't think they're simulated like an industry. I don't know that much about it, though, because I've never done passenger ops. But I do know some people run Amtrak trains, and there are stations to stop at, stuff like that. That's about all I know about it. All right, we have initial set, and we're still rolling backwards, which is fine, because we need to come back in here and grab these cars anyway. So we'll give it a little help, but we're already rolling back in here under gravity. Bags of feathers? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So it doesn't matter if we bang them around a little bit. It's all good. Go and get a full 10-pound reduction going. I have heard of Rolling Line. Is that the one that's kind of like Toy Train Builder? Like a layout builder? Or am I thinking of something else? I'll use some independent just to help this guy slow down a little bit. That'll do. Let's see. We'll get you connected up. I'll do this manually since there's only 2 cars. You connected up. You closed off. Whee! These guys are definitely empty. We can tell that visually. Then we're going to open you up. Keep an eye on our flow rate. Should come right back down quick because it's only 2 cars. And then we'll open up all the way. All right, let's pull on out of here. Can we do this keeping the air on? I kind of want to keep the air on just to help us stop. We shall try. But we got to get some amps spilled up here first. Release the independent. We are moving. Yeah, just a couple of boards back there. It'll be fine. You want to move with my mouse from playing Railroader. Gotta move with the keyboard. So we just got to pull these cars up past that switch, temporarily set them off. Shove all these box cars back in there. See if they'll all fit on that one track. If not, there is another track available. See, I blew for the crossing. All right, we're setting on the crossing. We'll leave our bell on. And then, did I leave? Nope, that's the wrong one. I didn't have a point for here. Let's put that on 2. There we go. All right, we need to shove these guys back. Actually, I could just cut them off. Let's do that. We'll let gravity be our switcher. We got the train stopped. We've got 10 pounds on it. It'll stay there. Let's do this. So we want to close that angle cock. Pull that pin. Then we're going to blow the air out of these two. Then we will bleed. There's only 6 pounds in the brake cylinder, but we'll bleed that out. 11 pounds in that one. And then in theory, there's enough of a grade here that will start rolling. Maybe it might not have enough oomph to get going. Might have to give it a little nudge. Oh, its handbrake's on. Because Mr. Genius never took the handbrakes off. When I picked him up, I never took the handbrakes off. Professional railroader here, folks. It's kind of like Railroader in that it's easy to play single player. There's lots of useful things. But it's way more of a large-scale railroad simulator than a game like Railroader is. Then I just want to make sure it's going to clear that switch, and then we'll throw the handbrake on. Beautiful. Okay, then we can back this guy in. I'm going to leave that 10-pound set on these cars. Because we're playing with a 1% grade here as we back into this industry. So we want to keep these cars under control. He says as he comes screaming in at 10 miles an hour. Why for you're not slowing down? Holy cow. Well, we might break the train. I thought that was enough to hold it, but apparently it wasn't. We got slowed down enough we hit the independent on as well. Alright, did we break the train? Wow. These guys are loaded, so they're like 80 tons plus a piece. Yeah, we're good. We didn't hit the awesome barrier here. A couple of railroad ties thrown on. We do need to back up a little more, though. That was crazy. I just went ahead and dumped all the air on it. All right, we'll do a release. We got 2 locos worth of independent holding it right now. So yeah, Vanity, when Railroader came out and I started playing it, I'm like, this is almost like the Steam version of Run 8, just because of the feel of running the trains, and you've got, you know, all the camera controls to make it easy and stuff like that. The Railroader is much more of a game, whereas this is a railroad simulator, and it's It's just a completely different feel. Like in my world right now, I've got 9,000 units. So there's 9,000 engines and cars being simulated right now. Now, not everything, you know, is 100% physics simulated. It's not under player control. It's just kind of, you know, a simplistic numbers game. But there's AI trains running across the railroad right now. Otto, the automatic dispatcher, is running signals on all these subs, making these guys do their thing. If I just scroll through here. You can also do dispatching. If you want to just dispatch trains, you can play that side of it as well. I usually just let Otto do his thing. We got all these different dispatch screens. All the way down to LA. We're out here on the Mojave Sub, and we're over here between Oban and Dennis. You can see LOP-53 right there. That's me. And I have requested mainline authority for this block from the dispatcher. So right now we own this block. No trains are going to come through. So I need to get out of here. We need to do our thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ease off the independent brake. And then we're just going to slowly drift down in here. Very slowly. So we got a lot of tonnage. So if we put 10 pounds on the locos, that will bring us to a stop. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I think that's about right. We'll just let her roll to a stop there, and then full independent. We are stopped. I'm going to leave some room just because when you're coupling on, they're going to move some. So how we looking as far as this other siding goes? Yeah, we need to put some cars on this siding. Looks like it'll hold 2. This is about the max number of cars we can get here. So we're going to put a handbrake on a couple of those. Going to close that ankle cock. Now I can't pull the pin on the coupler. It's yellow. It means there's too much stretch force on it for us to pull the pin out. So now that I've got the handbrake set on those, I'm going to go ahead and set 3. We have to kind of roll back a little bit. Let some slack get in that coupler connection, and then we'll be able to pull the pin. So you can see this BC brake cylinder. This is the loco, the independent brake. There's not damage simulated, but you can derail. Let's let it ease back. There we go. I can see the slack coming in. There we go. Now we can pull the pin. So between streams, I backed up the train and left the cut of cars we picked up at the end of last stream back at Paramount. As I was backing in there, one of the cars picked a switch just randomly, and it derailed. So the truck, you could tell the truck... Actually, I forgot. I've got a screenshot. Let me see if I can switch to that without crashing everything. I took this screenshot. So you can see this truck here is on the ground. And then I wasn't sure if it would save. It doesn't save that. So when I saved and came back in, it was back on the track, unfortunately. So I was going to show you guys how to re-rail stuff, but unfortunately it didn't save that state of being derailed. And then there's options. You can just come up here to... Oh no, you click on here. You can re-rail like a piglet. So if it's derailed, this button would be lit up. Or you can place a re-railing a re-railing frog. Either forward or reverse of the truck, and then you can pull it up back onto the track with the re-railing frog. I've got a video on my channel. If you look for like Run 8 derailed or something like that on my channel, you'll find it, where I show how that works. Just a little short video. So no damage, but yes, there are derailments as far as trucks getting derailed. All right, we can pull forward. I did a lot of yapping there. Yeah, we do have the pin pulled. Wait for me! Wait for me! Oh, that's a tight squeeze. And cars are clipping through each other a little bit. Just normal stuff. Went too far. I gotta quit reading chat. Just pretend like it's not clipping through these cars. See if they'll take off rolling again. No, they're not going to want to roll. Oh, I'll put the handbrake back on before I forget. A little bit of a saw by. A little bit of a smash by. How are we looking down here? That'll do. Put some handbrakes on. Close that up. And you guessed it, we have a stretch coupler because we're on a hill. Now we can pull the pin. Okay, drop-off's done. Need to grab these guys, shove back, get the rest of those cars, run around the terrain, and we'll be ready to head back towards Mojave. The bell comes on automatically anytime you sound the horn, so it's a little bit annoying. Alrighty, I think I blew the air out down here, so I need to come close this again. Do-do-do-do. You're good, you're good. Need you connected. Just watching that flow rate. Okay, time to back up. A long ways. Think they know we're backing up? Off we go. About a mile back and get the rest of our train. That's probably fast enough. Running light. Whee. You can orbit at ludicrous speed. I don't think these even have any brakes yet, do they? Not really. Sweet. We're gonna get in trouble if we're gonna run this signal. There's this. No, this is still part of my block, so we're okay. Never mind. Lean into those dynamic brakes. You hear the fan spin up. Yeah, we didn't quite go plaid. Very nearly. Alright, so if I go to this save point. Need you to be lined up that way. Alright, is that me coming down the line? Yep, there I am. I forgot to save here, though. Did I save here? Nope, that's that one. No! Alright, let's resave number 2 here. There we go. You are set to get into the siding where our rest of our train is, so that is good. Let's get back in this view. Start leaning into the dynamics as we come onto the siding here. We'll get down to about 15-ish. These guys, yeah, they're nowhere close to even having brakes, so as we'll take the train brake off because it's not doing anything at all. These cars don't have enough air in their reservoirs yet to even apply the brakes. It's okay, we'll get down below 10 with the dynamics and we can use the independent brake. Alright, you are going to go back to green. Turn the ditch slice off to make Bernie mad. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to stop here. We'll pretend like we don't want to block that road while we run around. So we'll just stop here. Oops. You are correct. Throttle must be an idle. That was my bad. Do. And then we're going to run around the train, hook these together, and we'll be off. So it's pretty much a waste of time to try to even pump air into those guys. Seriously? Open coupler? Alright, roll back, please. Thank you. There we go. Get some good bass out of that engine. How are we stacking up traffic? We're not doing too bad. Nobody's even here yet, so that's good. We're not impeding the flow of traffic by owning this mainline block. All right, pop down here, throw that. Wait. Oh, I just came through that switch with it lined wrong. Interesting. So I need to point at this guy as well. All right, let's have this guy be our new number 1. We're back at 2. We don't need 2 anymore, so we can redo that as needed. All right, backwards we go. Choo choo. What's up, Mr. DC Dave? The trains are good. The engineer driving the train, though, he's not very good. But we're almost done with the LOP-53. We still got about 25 miles to get back to Mojave, but we have switched all the industries, I believe. Yeah, we have nothing more on our switch list. Now it's just a matter of gathering everything up as we head back to Mojave Yard. I blew for that crossing. What are you talking about? You heard me. It's the new stuff I bought. Yeah, I'm not even using any of the new stuff I bought. Actually, I think I forgot to install one of the new things I bought because the box cars were still run 8. Or reefers. I forget what they are, but it's all good. We're just coasting and we're almost up to 30 miles an hour. Thanks, nearly 1% grade. Hey, what's up, Spur? Yeah, we're trying to finish this monster of a... Oops, I blew for that crossing. Y'all saw it. Trying to finish up this monster of a local. We're finally done. We just have to assemble all the pieces and get back to Mojave Yard. Probably going way too fast for running light. Don't tell anybody. So we're going to go all the way back down to the other end of the siding and hook onto the train. We're going to swap head-end units. We're going to head back that direction. Direction we're going. Except we'll have to get Bob to move to this engine. I'm going to make those dynamics work for it. We'll say 2 locomotives worth of dynamic brakes is no joke when you're running light. Down below 10. There we go. Excellent. Those turned off. Switch the old switcheroo. We'll head back that direction. Shut up, Belle. It's getting nice and close. Sounds good in the headphones. So if you did just tune in, we're finishing up the LOP-53 local. We're out east of Mojave, railroad east anyway. I don't know if it may be more like southeast, compass direction. And we're out at about mile marker 405, 405 and a half, something like that. At USA Services, we just finished servicing USA Services and Stock Building Supply. And we're grabbing our pickups. We're going to swap to the other locomotive and head back the opposite direction. We've got about a 23 mile run, something like that. And then we need to pick up a few cars we left at Paramount, which is right next door to Mojave Yard. Get everything in the yard and tied down, and then we're finally done with this local 4 streams later. It's a big one. So that's the summary. And I think if I run this again, I'm going to slap like some SD or some GPs on here. Switching with these big bastards is a pain in the butt. Nobody home at that crossing. I don't think there's even any traffic spawners out here. These little side roads. Just letting that grade slow us down to 10 mile an hour. Stay up around 10 until we get back there. They forgot to finish that road. Got a pile of gravel sitting there, though. There's about a 4 to 5 second delay while that engine spools up and the traction motors load up. Makes it a little tricky. I think we about got it, though. We just don't stall out here as we couple up. Come on. You got this. Yeah, crap. It's going to stall right before we couple, isn't it? Yep. Figures. There we go. Got it that time. This guy's in run. Didn't act like... Maybe he spools even slower than the other one. Didn't act like he was really pulling. Okay, let's not stand on the railroad track. Yeah, typical GE big boy lag. No, I can't do anything from over there. It's clicking on the car. Stop it. I want this guy right here. Not that one. This one. No, not that one. I want this. There we go. You are closed. Oh, right. I bottled the air in that. I forgot. Too late now. I usually don't bottle the air, so I wasn't expecting that. Pop down here. We're not blowing out in the atmosphere, so that's good. I think these are... Didn't I leave this here all laced up and bottled? I think we're good. Looking good so far. Yeah, I think we're good. Blow rate's starting to come down now. There we go. Alrighty, we need to get our head-end units swapped. Let's do that the easy way. Set as lean unit. Ta-da! Now we're in this one. It's a whole different locomotive. What's up, Bob? Very similar, but slightly different. This is the 44, right? No, this is this ST-70. We were in the 44. Gotcha. We're in the ST-70 now for the return trip. I've had DCS since it first came out with just the A10, but I've not played it in years. Just no time. Same with Falcon BMS. Every once in a while I'll fire it up. I just don't have the time to learn that deep of an airplane sim. I did a lot of A10 tank killing, laser bomb dropping back in the day when the A10 first came out. So I already took the plunge, I guess. All right, how are we looking on the stuff? We don't have an EOT. I could throw an EOT on this thing. Why not? We got 20 miles to go. '89 on the rear, flows nice and slow. Cool. So let's see. Does this have the... Oh, it doesn't have the nice graphics screen. Okay, fine. So we'll leave it on that. Yeah, it looks like we're all set up. Double check. Did it turn the lights off? That one? Yeah, turn the lights off on that one. Lights are on this guy. Cool. Okay, I think we're ready to head out. We should probably do a brake test, though. We got a little tiny short train. Shouldn't take long. Go ahead and set the independent. I thought that was already set. Maybe when I switched head units, it undid all that. Initial set looks good. Yeah, BMS has made so many huge strides. It's crazy. Maybe when I retire, I can get back into that kind of stuff. I've got all the HOTAS. I've got the, what are they called? The Cougars, the MFD button thingies. I've got all the stuff. I just don't have the time to do anything with it. Let's go ahead and come down another 10 pounds. Nice hard set. Looking good. Make sure we got no stuck brakes. All right, we're looking good. Let's get on out of here. Let's see. We are not on a controlled sighting, though, right? No, this is a manual sighting. So we need to get back on the main. So we're down here, this little pink block. We have mainline authority on that block. So we need to get back on the main line, close up the switches, and then relinquish mainline authority, get back over to Mojave. So let's get going. That's right. I had you a notch one so you could pump air. Should be heading downhill, so it shouldn't be any problem to go. Yep, negative 1.71% grade. Nice. Why aren't you moving? Because I forgot to take off the parking brakes. That's why. Forgot to release all the handbrakes. I'm not 100% tonight. Keep making dumb mistakes. So far, nothing's on fire, so that's good. We're a little over speed here on the siding. It's supposed to be 15, but don't tell anybody. Get a little bit of dynamic on. We are coming down a fairly steep hill. So we're going to get back out on the main. Like I said, close this up, and then we just got about 23 miles, something like that. Ooh, Denny's. That sounds really good. The Denny's sign over there. I don't know if you can see that on YouTube. I could use some Denny's. Just modulating the dynamic brakes here a bit to keep the speed under control. I don't like how that lines up against the texture. I'm going to take that off for now. Yeah, IHOP is good too. Alright, this was my number 2, right? No, that was my number 2. Well, crap. This is my number 1. Come on through, sir. A Huddle House. Not heard of Huddle House. We have a place here in St. Louis area called the Original Pancake House. And they've got really good stuff. Fresh squeezed orange juice, nice thick cut bacon, all the normal breakfast stuff. It's all really good. Really expensive too. We don't go there that much. I'm a cheapskate. How you guys looking on air? Woo! They're all good. Sweet. Alright, you were closed back up. Mainline authority relinquished. And I actually need to set up my tag on this guy. It's not labeled quite right. There we go. Forgot to blow for that. Was too busy monkeying around. All right, let's tone up the dispatcher again. Let's get some signalage. Actually, I need to go tell him we're going here. The local Waffle House is kind of sketch. I think that's just kind of a Waffle House thing, right? I haven't been to a Waffle House since college. Call you at the next control point. All right, I guess we're not close enough yet. Long time ago, 30 years ago, when I was in college, they had, I don't remember if it was like Tuesdays or Thursdays or something, they had all you can eat for one price. So all those college boys would pile in cars and vans and go invade the local Waffle House. Usually like once a month or so. Had some good times. Yeah, the police were there in the middle of the night. Sounds like a good place to eat. Not many places open at like 2 a.m. Now you talk to me? Does that intermittent signal not count? Guess it doesn't count. Alright, fair enough. We'll call you up here. Just wouldn't go there after dark. Yeah, we had a approach, so. Oh, excuse me. It's been a long day. I've had fun doing this local, but I'm looking forward to getting it done. It's been a long process. So do I have to stop at this signal and then call him? Kind of a pain. Or I just have to be like a certain distance from it. I don't know how that works. Maybe some of you guys do.
UP detector milepost 402.1. Ambient temperature 99 degrees.
Okay, he's talking to us now. Gave us a green. Yay! Give me some amps. Track speed, yeah, 55. Let's head on back to almost Mojave. We gotta stop at Paramount. Yeah, so I guess once I passed that intermediate signal, then I was probably good. Maybe the whole train had to be past it. We don't have a very long train. We've got 10 cars. 2 giant locomotives. I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay on power. Is there a whistle signal for that? I don't think there is for that dirt road. We'll give them a little tootage. Anyway. Now we're picking up a speed. It's a good local. It's a good local if you want to cover a lot of territory and have 8 or 10 hours to spare. Now, once you know it, I'm sure you could run it a lot quicker than what I did. It's the first time I've run it. Got a grain. Nice. It's a boring run out here on the desert. Bob won't talk to me, of course. Your lurter keeps me company. These must be, are they like saline ponds or something? They getting like minerals out of the water or something? I don't know what they're doing out here. Maybe some of you desert folk know. Yeah, for sure, Spur. That's what we did. This is the fourth stream. The first stream I did the western stuff. Maybe it was the first couple streams. I forget. There's a lot to it. So yeah, I split it up into chunks. Okay, coming back past Oban. Oban? Luke Skywalker's Luke Skywalker's moisture farm. I like it. Should have stopped by and said hi to the droids. Smoking across the desert. It's a good screenshot. Just humming along in notch 2. Not a care in the world. Got a little bit of jitter. I've never noticed that before in Run 8. A bit of jitter going on. Never had that before in single player. Interesting. These are not the droids you're looking for. Green lights for days. See if I can grab the mile marker up here. We just came past Oban, so that's probably the 397. 397.4 signal. I'm referencing my map here. Yeah, 397.3. I forgot the SC-70's got this in the cab. It tells you what your last signal was. Kind of cool. We hit a little bit of a grade. We did. 0.3. Notice we started slowing down. Sometimes it was their request and sometimes your convenience. Yeah, I would think, I mean, to make money, you would have to plan out your logistics quite a bit as a railroad. Chase to Fox. Good day. Welcome. Another grain. I don't think we got anybody coming at us, do we? Do. This guy's headed that direction. Got a couple behind us.
UP detector milepost 396.1.
So we're headed back to... Not that, that's Barstow.
UP detector milepost 396.1. No defects. No defects. Total axles 5.2. Train speed 5.4. MPH. Ambient temperature 9 degrees.
About 384.
Detector out.
That's where we're headed. We're at 395, so a little over 10 miles-ish. Gonna be a plant shutdown? Yeah, that could get expensive real fast. Everybody needed their plastic pellets for their injection molding machines. It looks like we level out. No, we're level now, so we're going to be climbing. Climbing up and going through that cut in the hills there. Yes, alerter, I'm right here. Denny's! They got another Denny's. Now we got him ramped up. Took a little while. .25%. What's our horsepower per ton? It's got to be ridiculous. 28.5. I think we got enough power, boys. I think we're going to be okay. Stick her head out the window here. Roll up through this curve. We can kind of see our train back there. Not much of a train, but it's all we got. Your virtual management doesn't harp about fuel consumption. Yep. That pixel gas is pretty cheap. When I first grabbed this local, so I use Very Busy SoCal version 3 is what I started with. It's a complete railroad setup from I think his name is Brad over on the Depot server forums. So it's got, you know, it's just populated. So there's stuff at the industry. It's all set up like a working railroad. That was my starting point. And this LOP-53 had 4 engines on it. I left 2 of them at Mojave. Just been running with these 2. I don't... Actually, did we use 4 when we went out to the west? Maybe we had a heavy train going out. We might have used all 4 of the first part. Definitely didn't need it for the second half. Alright, this is the next sighting. We're getting there. Rebuild it to about 2002 standards. Nice.
UP detector milepost.
It's a great starting point, especially for people like me who are just kind of casual train fans. I've always liked trains. I did some model railroading when I was a kid, but I don't know a whole lot about prototypes. Not a rabid fan. Not a foamer. So, yeah, it's nice to start out with a populated world rather than just an empty world. I've tweaked it here and there. I've got my AI trains bringing stuff into Barstow that's tagged for my industries, that kind of thing. I looked at that milepost marker and just completely forgot what it was. But we're not there yet. Got some miles to go. I thought if you left that long enough, it would start beeping at you. It flashes, and then it gets serious. It starts beeping at you. I will look it on the grade. 0.5%. It's like we start leveling off up here. But I'm thinking once I get this done, I'm probably going to start over because I bought Bakersfield. So to get that populated, you basically have to start over. I don't know of any way to merge. Well, I might be able to merge the XMLs by hand. I haven't looked into that. Maybe I could just tack it on. I'll have to look in the XML and see how complicated it is. Because I have a save of like just Bakersfield with the very busy stuff on it. So maybe I can merge that in with my save here. $389. We're getting there. Yeah, I was flying around Bakersfield today a little bit after I bought it. There's a lot going on out there. With some big, big industries. It's pretty impressive. We got a detector at 387.3. It'll just be a few miles, so when we pass that detector, we'll know we're getting close. And then LA, yeah, LA's got a ton going on with all the different yards and stuff. I've played a little bit down there. I've watched Kung Fu Beer. He does a lot of LA ops. Keeps you busy. Nice. And I noticed in Bakersfield, there's a lot of agriculture, so it's more than just desert. I mean, we're obviously in Mojave, so it's just desert, but it gets boring. I need to go play around more in the on the Fitzgerald. It's got a lot of green. In all my spare time. Yeah, there we go. 387.3.
UP detector milepost 38.
Just a few more miles to go.
Ambient temperature 100 degrees.
You are correct, inmate 73. This is not Railroader. It's Railroader's big brother, Run 8. Get back into some grade? Yeah, we are. So about 3 more miles, something like that. We're getting pretty close. We'll see PPG Aerospace on the right-hand side. And then after that is Paramount. We got to pick up some more cars. And then it's just a hop, skip, and a jump over to Mojave Yard. I got to figure out, how do we tell Otto to take us to the yard? I don't actually know how that works. We got an approach because I've requested that block up ahead. So that's our destination block. So we're headed right here on the dispatch map. So we'll have to figure out, if we can't figure out how to get Otto to let us in, we'll just take over ourselves. Since it's a dispatch controlled switch, you can leave the yard easy enough. I don't know if you can get back in necessarily. Get back down to about 40 with that approach. Approach medium. I need to trim my toenails? Maybe. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's PPG Aerospace. Then up at the top of that hill there is where we got to pick up the rest of our train. And I actually don't remember the track layout up here. Yeah, we can take this siding. All right, cool. So I need to switch this. No, we need to go up here and come back. I need to come here. I'm going to set that as my new save point 1. That's where we gotta pick up this string of cars right here. Zerk is like, what is going on? We're here for gaming, LaShawn. The toenail channel's somewhere else. But no, my toenails aren't very long. I keep them trimmed. It takes all kinds, folks. We got, is that MR Railfan Taden? Howdy, howdy. So that's, yeah, that's PPG Aerospace right there. Just making sure I'm oriented. No, see, am I in this? Yeah, I'm in this block. Let's see if he'll give me mainline authority for this. Let's try that. Yeah, mainline authority granted. All right, cool. So he's going to give us this block. Got that guy's heading away from us. We got some guys behind us. So we need to be kind of quick. But yours are long like a T-Rex. Well, I mean, your name is Spur, right? So you gotta live up to your namesake. Not many cars, Rail Fan. We've got 10 cars. We're just wrapping up a local. We had to run out about 23 miles to a couple industries, and we're heading back to the yard. This has been a long local. This is the 4th stream I've done working this local, LOP-53. And we're just finishing it up. So we have a little tiny train right now. We're gonna pick up some more cars, and then right ahead of us here is Mojave Yard. That's where we're headed. Let's get into some dynamics here. Keep the old speed under control. I don't want to get going too fast. So, LaShawn, you've been timed out for 1 minute. That's your warning. We're just here to play games. You don't need to be weird. And also, you spelled massage wrong. Even YouTube thought that was weird. It flagged it. Hey, inmates. It's not contracts, no, but it has like industry configs. So these industries are set up to accept and produce certain loads and empties. Stuff like that. But it's not contract based. So if I bring up the, let's see, is it this button? Yeah, industry configuration. So if we go look at, no, that's not the one I want. The other page, Control I, here it is. So if we go look at, say, A&S Logistics. So it's serviced by this freight, and this all comes pre-configured, but you can set it up differently if you want to. And I'm using the depot servers configuration, so it might be slightly different from default. So this is the local freight symbol. It accepts boxcars, produces empties, it processes them every 48 hours. So it's all set up in here. All these different industries, hundreds of them. Who's running this train? Oh, we're heading back up grade now. Let's get some amps back on. So we're picking up this string of cars from, that was from the last stream. We were switching these two industries here. I'm gonna give a quick overview. So there's what's it called? Paramount? And then there's Nicklor back over here. We were switching these two. These are the cars we're picking up on our way back. And then Mojave Yard is right over here. So we're almost home. We're almost done. Finally. I'll pop over here to this guy. Spur, I think it was more what they wanted to do with my feet. It held their message for review. There is no DD40s in this Railfan. We've got GP30H, GP40s, SD40s, SD45s, SD40-2s, SD70s, was it AS44s? Stuff like that. Yeah, we got plenty of room before that signal. We've got an ES44 DC, and then we got an ST70 ACE on the head end there as our power. Not ideal for switching, but it's what was on the train. We're going to pull up here past this switch and then snake back in there and grab those cars. And we'll be good. We're heading up at 0.6% grade here, so gravity is going to be our brake. I'm modulating the throttle a bit, so we're getting some slack banging around. That's what the draft gear is for, right? Oh, we got Canadian Pacific. Look at that. Okay, we'll use her to a stop. We got a little bit of air on the train. Just gonna set those independents as we come to a stop. The COT has a little air turbine in it to keep the batteries charged. It sounds very sad, but it's gonna be okay. In fact, let's shut that off. So we're gonna close the angle cock, and then we'll take that off. And we're gonna actually ride this car back in here. So let's just come off the independent. And is it gonna want to roll? It's gonna want to roll a little bit. We'll give it a little bit of encouragement. I'm gonna leave that initial set on the cars just so we have some braking force. Hello from Australia. How's it going, Tony? Hope you have a good day over there in the future. 8:41 p.m. here in the great state of Missouri, USA. F11 will attach you, spur, and then F12 put you back on the ground. So if you're near a connection point, just hit F11. Then if you're flying or on anything, F12 will put you back on the ground. All right, how much do you want to slow down when I come off the throttle? You slow down pretty decent. So we'll come back in here. We don't want to get over 10 miles an hour for sure. We do want to get this main line clear because we've got 2 trains currently held up behind us. We're not very popular right now with the AI. It's not wanting to slow down super good. I'm going to go ahead and bring this all the way down to a 10-pound set. We'll keep some throttle on. Is that going to let us slow down? Yeah, that'll let us slow down a decent amount. Is that the big boy rail fan? If it's the big boy you're talking about, I'm not going to see it. No, it's going to be too much of a drive. I'm over west of St. Louis. It'd be like an hour and a half drive each way if I wanted to go see it. Not that important to me. All right, let's go ahead and hop off. Oh, I killed the momentum. So I ramp back up. They can wait, Spur says. You probably did a lot of waiting when you were railroading, I'm sure. Is it kind of like the Army? Hurry up and wait. Oh, slow down too much. We'll get there. I'm a noob. Oh, that was weak. That was weak sauce. What even was that couple? Did you even set the knuckles? Yeah, we're good. We got her set. Alright, I'm going to hit F7, which will set all the air hoses for me, which is nice. And then we're going to go to the back of the train. We need to close up this angle cock. Actually, no, we don't need an EOT. We're just running 500 feet down the road to the yard, so we don't even need an EOT. And then I forgot to set a save point where the train was broken, so now we got to go find it. I think I had nice big colorful boxcars. And then this guy, I think this is where we were. Yep, alright. That up. We're going to watch our flow rate. Give her a notch of throttle to run the compressor at full speed, because we do need to pump some air in here. Especially on this grade we got. Screw you around for 10 or 11, then rush for the last 1 or 2. Yeah, sounds about right. You're at work having a break, watching some rail fanning. Nice. Well, I hope you have a good lunch, Tony. Thanks for dropping in. All right. Flow rate's coming down. Open that all the way up. Then I'm going to hit a button to take all the handbrakes off. Let the slack run out and do its thing. We've got all the independent sets. I'm going to go ahead and release. And we'll let this charge up. And I should mention in here, if you don't want to wait on this stuff, you can just, like you can set your F7 air brake cheat to do air as well. And then you just hit F7, boom, you're pumped up, ready to go. So you don't have to do all this stuff that I'm doing just for the fun. So now we have, where's my button here? Now we have 25 cars. Still not very heavy. We're down to 10 horsepower per ton, though. We were at 28 horsepower per ton coming back with those 10 cars. It was ridiculous. So much power. All right, how are we looking on the brakes? We're looking good. Let's grab one of these back cars. Brake pipe's coming up good. We got to let these reservoirs fill a bit. So let me pop down here. Let me go ahead and close this guy up. Well, actually, how far away are they? I kind of hate to give up my mainline authority and then have to wait on both of those trains. Yeah, screw it. They can wait. They're AI. What are they going to do? Be home late to little AI wife and kids? Oh yeah, BN's got lots of tank cars. BN's got everything. These guys are, I think they're getting filled. Oh, they already filled. So they're going to get emptied here, apparently. Gotta love this car. Bright flippin' red. So the reservoirs are about half full. We're getting there to where we can head out of here safely. So, how do we tell Otto we want to get to the yard? I think I might have to do that myself. So, let's do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn off Otto for this sub. Now, I'm the dispatcher. And since I'm the dispatcher, I'm going to go ahead and let this guy come on up to Ansel. So we'll give him a a light into that siding. And then they'll both start from here. Auto can sort it out. But at least this guy will get a little closer while we're messing around. Got that. And then we're actually lined into the yard. So he's got a red. So I'm going to give myself a signal right on into the yard. And then that's pink because we were fouled the main with that manual switch. The switch right here is thrown, so we fouled the main. All right, let's see if we can get this beast into the yard. Although, actually, before I do that, I've got the dispatcher switch lined into the yard. Which track are we going on, though? We can go right back in where we came out. Nothing else is on that track. That'll work. Cool. Let's get this thing put to bed, finally. Been a long time coming working on this local. I'm going to do a real quick abbreviated brake test. Ruh-roh. Did I forget an angle cock somewhere? Well, that's why we do brake tests. So that's back, not quite halfway. Hey, is it Urku? Urkoop? I'm not sure how you say that. Welcome. Thought I set this. And yeah, thanks for stopping in and saying hi. I do occasionally stream, but it's totally random. I never know when I'm going to have time to stream. I just do this for fun. This YouTube's just a hobby. All right, something is screwed up here. No, you're open. All right, let's start looking at cars. You're good. You're not good. You're not good. You are good. What am I missing here? I'm missing something obvious, I'm sure. Yeah, you have a set. You're good. You're open. You're connected. You're open. Weird. Oh, they may just not be charged up enough. That could have been it. I did a release, so let's get these guys equalized back out. Let's get a notch on it. The compressor won't run full RPM unless you got at least notch 1. So we're in neutral. Oops. We're in neutral, but we're going to go to notch 1. Give the compressor some RPM so it can pump faster. Maybe when I did the application, the reservoirs just weren't full enough. They look full enough now. So let's do initial set. There we go. Yeah, I timed it just wrong. The reservoirs weren't quite caught up. Yeah, exactly, Spur. Yeah, it just, so these work on like a differential between the brake pipe and the reservoir. So the differential just wasn't high enough. We're looking good. Let's draw her down a little more. Then we'll do a release, make sure we get a release. Don't have any stuck brake shoes. Since we can't physically see the brake shoes moving on the car, we have this bar here that shows us. The top bar is coupler force. Right now the train's just kind of sitting here. There's not really any coupler forces in action. All right, we got a good clean release. I like it. Let's get on out of here. Back to work, Chase. All right. Thanks for dropping in. Catch you later. That's enough cowbell. How's our dispatch looking? Yeah, he's moving ahead. I keep seeing that and thinking it's saying perv. It's MEPRV. Oh, we need to back off a little bit. Don't want to get going too fast. All right, now what is that signal? Flashing red. That's got to be like some kind of diverging something, right? Let me consult my cheat sheet. I don't see red over flashing red. Oh, there it is. Restricting, basically. There's a lot of signals. I don't know them all. We're probably limited to like yard speed, would be my guess. How are we looking here? Keep that up for now so I can see what's going on. Chicago Northwestern? I don't think so, but I'm not aware of all the skins. It's primarily Southern California, and then they've got some Southeast stuff like CSX. They've got some New York routes. A little bit of Norfolk Southern, I think, in there. The website should be a link in the description, or it's run8studios.com. Go read all about it. Check out what's available. All right, we are routed in and going to take this big long track here. Plenty of room. Gotta get a screenshot as we come back into Mojave Yard finally. Been a long one. But I don't remember seeing CNW anywhere. If I pull up the train maker up real quick, bit of freight locos. BNSF, CSX, Southern Pacific, Union Pacific, of course. Conrail, Durango, Rio Grande Western, San Juan Valley. I think it's San Juan Valley, something like that. Southern Pacific, Western Pacific, BNSF. There's a GMTX, which is probably some kind of leasing. ATSF, Burlington Northern. Chessie, there's a Chessie. Sioux. Anything else I haven't mentioned yet? Just looking at all these. There's Trona, which is a short line out here. I think that's about it. Kansas City Southern. Katy. No, there's a handful of stuff. Mostly UP, BNSF, NS, CSX is kind of the big players. All right, that's enough bell for now. Boink. Yeah, I cleaned that one up. So we're good on the switches, right? Or is it pink because I have mainline authority? Yeah, I think it's still pink because I have mainline authority. If I'm the dispatcher, how do I relinquish that? I don't have any idea. We'll set that to go back once we're in. Same with this thing. And let's get this guy headed this way. Still plenty of room ahead of us. Almost into the yard. I'm not sure if I have a war bonnet. I'm going to be ending this stream once we get tied down, but I'll show off some of the locos. Because I can just plop down whatever I want to put on here so we can show them off a little bit. Nope, stay bailed off. There we go. Let's let that come to a stop. Throw some independents on. And we are in. I think this is still pink. Because I had mainline authority. I don't know how to relinquish that. So I'm going to turn auto back on. And let him deal with it. We'll see if... do I have to call him up again and say, hey, I'm done with the main line? Relinquish. There we go. All right, cool. So we are good. That should go away. Did I leave a switch thrown out there? Why is that still pink? I messed up something, would be my guess. But those are all good. Oh, I thought I was past the switch. Oops. Pull forward a little bit. Did I forget a switch out here? You're good. You're good. You're good. And this is the last one. And you're good. Okay, why is that still pink? Oh, it's not pink anymore. Never mind. It just took him a while to get rid of it. Oh, I'm too far from my train. If you are too far from your train, you can go up here and say, transport to my train. Boink. Then you can hop in the cab. Now we're in the yard. Excellent. Okay, put you centered. Turn off the headlight. We are DUN done, finally, with the LOP-53, I think. Relinquish that. Actually, I might have the AI drive this down to the... Oops, wrong button. And it has some similarities to Railroader, Urcoup, just the way you play it. But it's much grander scale than Railroader. Yeah, those are all thrown, so... What I can do is say AI recrew. We don't have the fancy AI stuff like we do in Railroader. Basically, if they're crewed with AI, they'll try to run forward, and they'll follow signal indications and switches lined against them. So he's going to drive all the way down here, and then since the switch down here is lined against him, he's going to stop. So it's just a quick way to get the train down there, and I don't have to worry about it. What we can do, though, is come out here and put down some stuff to look at out on this unused siding. So let me do a save here real quick. I haven't saved the whole time. So let's take a look at some stuff. I don't... yeah, there's some ATSF stuff. Let's see. The problem is I don't know if I have all the skins. I have a run 8... Yeah, here's a good example. So this car right here, functionality wise, it's perfect, right? It's going to be the right dimensions. It's going to be the right weight. But I don't have a skin for this. So the game comes with a bunch of base skins, and then they have DLCs basically, where you can get different skins so the cars don't look like this. So this particular car, it'll say Run 8. Makes sense? So I don't have all the skins for all the locos. I've got quite a few, but... So let's look for ATSF. Oh, there is a C449W. Let's grab one of those. Those are all BNSF. We got a couple ATSF, so we'll look at those. As far as War Bonnet, though, I don't know if there's any like heritage units or anything in here. We'll take a quick look. We'll just make up our own little consist here. Oh yeah, I forgot about the MP15. That's relatively new. Little switcher. Here's some more ATSF stuff. I gotta throw up a Burlington Northern in there just because I like Burlington Northern. Yeah, there's some SP. There's a chassis. I don't think I have skins for the chassis. The blue means something. I don't know 100% sure what it means. I was just looking for ATSF, so maybe we had some War Bonnet. Throw a Southern Pacific on there just for funsies. Well, there's a Kansas City Southern. That could be fun. We're going to have a giant consist of engines. I thought the gray meant I don't have a skin for it, but I don't know for sure. All right, let's throw that down. So we place train. Boink. Now we have all these engines. Yeah, I don't have skins for a lot of these. So the War Bonnet is just Run 8. Because I don't have a skin for that. So we got the older Santa Fe. Got, I think this might have been transition area, but I'm not a train expert by any means. This is my all-time favorite right here. I like the green and blue Burlington Northern. See, that's what I thought, Spur, the blue and the gray, but it doesn't always work that way. Is what's weird. So again, I don't have a skin for that or any of these guys. So like I said, functionality-wise, they work just the same. It's just eye candy. We do have a SP skin, and we got these Run 8s back there. So not a lot of ATSF. We got the classic blue and yellow though. That's pretty cool looking. Doink. So you can just plop down whatever you want. You can build trains and stuff like that. So let's clear that out. So let's experiment. So blue is what I have, huh? That's already a Run 8. So let's add that guy. Get some Jeeps out there, and then let's do an MP15 like that, and let's see what we get. Yeah, I do all have a skin for all those. Of course, that's just Run 8, so Run 8 is Run 8. I thought I'd run into cases where the blue didn't necessarily mean I had the skin for it, but who knows. Yeah, a little bit of a power move there. You can also copy your player train, manipulate it, place it back down, delete your old one. It's totally up to you to do what you want to do. I don't have Chessie. That makes me sad. What's Car G? No idea. Not have these guys. Just gonna grab a handful of these. I think I already had that one actually. So those ATSFs I don't have skins for. Oh, that's Cargill. Right, Ag Horizons. See, the only one I have a skin for is that Cargill. Yeah, we got some tunnel motors. So Chessie. Oh, Cargill was up here. SPS suit, Durango. Oh, those were all gray. Okay, yeah, you're right. Let's see. SD40. Where's the T's? Here we are. So, like, this Run 801 is blue. I don't know what that means. I don't think I have any skins for the tunnel motors. We'll grab the Southern Pacific and Union Pacific. So there you go. Got the big old tunnel motors, and you can't actually see through the intakes here. It's over on the Cajon route. Okay, cool. So the tunnel motors, if you didn't know, most of you probably know if you're watching the Run 8 stream, but they had trouble in the tunnels with sucking in the hot, smoky air up top. So they redid the ventilation on these where it brings in the air from down lower. They had problems with them overheating in the tunnels. And you can actually see right through the grills, which is kind of cool. Delete that. And of course, you can do the same thing with cars. So if we grab a couple Jeeps, we can switch over here to freight cars. Let's say we want covered hoppers. The cars, I've got a lot of skins for cars because I got tired of looking at Run 8 on all the oddball stuff. So let's just build a Cargill train. We'll do about 30 cars for fun. And you can say random reorder, and it'll randomly reverse them, stuff like that. And then you can say place the train down. And we want to be facing the other direction, so he's headed out. Just that determines which direction they're going. There we go. Bada boom. Yeah, they're supposed to be see-through on the grill there, Railfan. That's where the air gets sucked in. Now, on these, you can't see through it. It's not modeled. There's stuff in there. But on the tunnel motors, it's pretty much just a straight shot. You can see right through them. So there we got some nice CSX skins for those guys. And then we got the all the Cargill covered hoppers. But it is past my bedtime. I got to get off here. I got to work tomorrow. I'm a working man. So we did finally get the LOP-53 done, though. So that is a good feeling. Make sure I have, yeah, I'm relinquished from everything. We pop back over here to the yard. And this guy is done moving. Forgot to tell him to relinquish. So he will let go of control, and this will be no longer AI. There we are. Done and done. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. If you like this kind of stuff, we did the whole job on stream. So there's 4 streams. They're all in the Run 8 version 3 live streams playlist. You can check out the whole job from start to finish. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Take care. If you're new, check out the playlist. Lots and lots of videos for you to enjoy all kinds of different games. Take care. Bye-bye.